wonderful learning individuals. It is a pleasure. How are you all doing today? It is so great to have you. Thank you also so much for pressing the play button. I am Johnny, your host with HomeCountry Mathematics. Please feel free to stay and to also learn, because mathematics can really be fun. Now, let us learn some math together, shall we? All right, guys and gals, it's so great to have you. Thank you for following along, learning along. It is absolutely wonderful to have you. Yes, let's go. All right, we are on Unit A, Section 1-2. The topic is adding and subtracting rational numbers. Let's go. Let's talk about rational numbers. The rational numbers are the easiest ones, guys and gals, so do not worry. You will be fine. We are all good, okay? I've shared with you this earlier, the integer number line grid. Essentially, that's what we're working with for the most part, guys and gals. Integers. We could all do this, correct? Yes, we can. Okay. We're going to briefly talk about rational numbers and what are they? What are rational numbers in mathematics? Okay? Rational numbers are real numbers because they're real, real. I don't know if that was funny or not, but I just thought I'd throw that in anyways. All right. So, again, they're real numbers that can be expressed as a fraction, right? A fraction, what is a fraction? Well, as an example, 1/4 is a fraction, right? We have a whole number over top of a whole number, right? Yes, we do. It can be expressed as a fraction in the form of P over Q, as an example. You can use any variable you choose, guys and gals. You can use R over S, M over V, whatever you decide, right? Variables are kind of one of those you choose type of things. Okay, your choice. So it can be expressed as a fraction, P over Q, where the numerator, right? Numerator over denominator. Right? That's the form for a fraction, correct? All right, let's continue. Where the numerator P and the denominator Q are both integers, right? Integers, guys and gals, what are integers? Hold up. Integers include positive and negative numbers such as, here we go, here's some examples, just to throw some out for you quickly. 78, 0 is an integer, yes it is, and 5,467. Okay, just some random numbers. They do not have decimal or fraction parts, okay? Are often used for counting discrete items, as an example, okay? Whenever we write fractions, right? It's typically a whole number over top of a whole number, right? All right, let's continue. Okay, and here's a key take. Okay, one thing to remember, guys and gals. Okay, this is a good one. Okay, a fraction could be expressed as P over Q, where q, which is the denominator, cannot, this means not, equal to 0. Okay? Q cannot be equal to 0. All right? If Q is 0, that is an undefined circumstance. Undefined. I want you guys and gals to remember this. Okay? Undefined. I'll quickly talk about what undefined means. All right? What is undefined? Meaning of undefined in mathematics. Undefined means a term that is mathematically inexpressible or without meaning. Anything or any value divided by 0 is considered undefined by the rules of mathematics. Okay? Please do remember this. Only when we are talking about the denominator. Okay? When something is undefined, this means that there are no solutions. Okay? No solutions. As you advance in mathematics, you'll see this a lot. Okay? You may even be given a problem in the future where you end up with an answer where the denominator is 0. Your answer, you should be actually saying undefined, no solutions. That will actually be your answer. Okay? All right, please do remember that. Okay? All right, try to remember in case somebody, tries to counter whatever, the logic. You give them the explanation and you tell them this is the answer, okay? And that they're wrong. Okay? Again, whoops. The most important take is anything or any value divided by 0 is considered undefined by the rules of mathematics. Okay? It's one of the rules of mathematics. That's the key point. All right. So, again, fractions could be a whole number over a whole number, right? Those are integers. Integers can be positive or negative values, correct? That is true. Okay. So as an example, I could write 5, right? A whole number 5 can also be written as 5 over 1, right? You being the master mathematicians that you are, you know this, right? I'll talk about the imaginary 1 a lot, right? You know this. You can turn any whole number into a fraction, okay? Where there's a will, there is a way. Another example, terminating decimals. Okay, I'm going to write this down. So decimals, right? We're talking about decimals now. You all know what decimals are. I know you do. Terminating means nothing repeating. There's no continuation of numbers. Okay, it terminates. Full stop, right? So, and in fraction form, that is displayed as 3/4, correct? And also, we're talking about rational numbers. So I'm giving you examples of rational numbers. Okay? All right, here's another. Repeating decimals. I should write it, but if you could try to remember this, terminating. Please bear with me while I do this with a mouse. So terminating and repeating. So terminating decimals. I'm just going to go DEC for short. And repeating. hoping one day that I'll be able to do this with a pen for you guys and gals. Okay, so as an example, 0.33 repeating. Okay, in fraction form can be written as 1/3. All right, so repeating are also rational numbers. All right. Okay, let's continue. Key characteristics of rational numbers. They can be written as a fraction, as we can see. The defining feature of a rational number is that it can be written in the form of P over Q, M over N, whichever variables you choose. It's all the same. Integers for numerator and denominator, both the top and bottom of the fraction must be whole numbers or integers, right? Integers also can be negative numbers, okay? These are just some examples of integers, right? Again, I could write a whole bunch, right? Where was I here? Including negative integers, all right? Denominator cannot be 0. The denominator of the fraction can never be 0. You will get answers where, it just depends on the math problem you're working out. You will, over time, during your mathematics journey, you'll find some fractions where your answer is divided by 0. Immediately just write down undefined, no solutions, and you'll get 100%. Yes, you will. As long as your instructor is following the same theory and logic, hopefully. Whole numbers 5 can be written as 5 over 1. Integers also. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit, if you don't mind. All right. I can also write -6 as -6 over 1. Again, a whole number is always the numerator, right? Fractions, any fraction with integers in the numerator and denominator is rational, such as, some other random ones. 1/4, 3/5. Okay. Terminating decimals. 0.7 is also a terminating decimal, which is the same as writing 7 over 10. It's not bad grade. If that's what you get on your exam, you should still be happy. Right? Nothing wrong with that. 2.75, which can also be written as 11/4. Okay? And then we could turn that into a mixed if we wanted to. If you're following my series, I do show you guys and gals how to take your improper fraction and convert it to a mixed fraction. All right, so terminating decimals, that's also a terminating decimal, right? And then we also have repeating, right? Rational numbers. 0.11 repeating, which can also be written in fraction form as 1/9. Again, these are all rational numbers. It's great to have you. We'll talk about the other one. It's called irrational numbers, but don't worry about that right now, guys and gals. That's down the road sometime in the future. In the future. Good luck on your studies. It's great to have you. I'm Johnny. Thank you for watching, participating, and learning along with the channel. It's great to have you. Yes. I'm throwing that out there. All right. That is it for now. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.